They don't think they doing us a favor by bringing back a damn tater wedge. What's up, y'all? What's up? I was just talking to my brother earlier in the background. Two of my brothers came to visit me this weekend, and one of them stayed a little longer. You could talk to. It ain't bothering me at all. He over there trying to do damn it sign language. You could talk. I don't understand sign language, and I don't recall you taking a class. Uh-huh. But anywho, I'm so happy to be back on. A lot of people was like, Darren, when you doing another podcast episode? When you doing another podcast episode? And I did not know when I was going to do it. And I noticed too that when you start something like a podcast, you want to be consistent. So I apologize for not being consistent, but here's episode 6 of It Behooves Me to Say podcast. I am your good old host, Darren Fleet. And before I joined in, I was just talking to my brother about KFC, thinking that they are doing us all a favor by bringing back them hot-ass tater wedgies. They used to stick to the roof of your fucking mouth, hard to eat because they were super hot. Now, that's one thing I give KFC. They will make you hot food. The bad thing about KFC is nobody liked the food. Y'all had the nerve to take away the one thing that we all do like, and that is your tater wedges. Don't nobody go to KFC because y'all got a good tailgate special. The chicken be slimy, the gravy be bubbly, the mashed potatoes stick to the damn bowl. What do? That macaroni and cheese will give your ass congestive heart failure. You damn sure don't want to eat that. I eat Golden Corral cheese before I eat KFC's mac and cheese. But they said, KFC said y'all worrisome. And then they put up a little picture here too. It say here, damn, with a picture of the tater wedgie. I will show y'all, but the way I got it set up here, you just gonna find it yourself. If you go to the Shade Room, you'll see it. That's where I got this post from. Shout out to the Shade Room too. We love them over here. And yeah, KFC, the people want to know why you even take the tater wedges off. That's the only thing people went to KFC for. You brought back hot wedges. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't ate none all day. You get a little box full of them KFC tater wedges, your ass will be full. Them shits will stuff you. And y'all had the nerve to take them off the menu as if we was gonna beg, like, oh, please give us back. No, y'all done let Chick-fil-A come in now. Now that's how Christian hip-hop stop. Yeah, Chick-fil-A got the waffle fries, and they ain't stingy with the sauce neither. They give your ass a handful of Polynesian and that honey barbecue, that roasted shit. I love that from Chick-fil-A. But KFC, yeah, y'all losing your church membership now. Because you know that's that restaurant that after your grandmother and them get out of service, they'll go over there to KFC and sit on the inside. You know that you love the Lord when you sit on the inside of KFC. I used to be like, damn, why my grandmother and my nana and them stayed wanting to sit on the inside of some damn KFC. They be like, yeah, we going out to eat after service. Okay. I'm thinking, you know, this was back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So going out to eat was probably, you know, Golden Corral, the fucking Sizzler, you know, shit like that black people were going out to eat at, especially when you had a large family to fill. My grandmother and her damn church friends, they're going to put their feet under a KFC table in a fucking booth. Tell them some, yeah, and I took you out to eat. You should be thankful. Yeah, but this ain't nowhere that I'm going to go telling on the mountain. We get back home to our mother house. She be like, now what y'all do today? I'm like, oh, nothing. My grandmother be like, and I took you out to eat. Tell them what I did. I'm like, oh, KFC ain't no bragging rights, Nana. I'm not telling my mother this shit. That's a weak-ass restaurant. But shout out to my grandmother. She fed my little ashy ass, so that's all that matter. But now, in KFC ain't no restaurant that a child want to go to. You know, 9, 10 years old, your nana pulled you up to KFC and you got to get a wing ding or a tailgate special with that hard-ass biscuit and a wedgie. I'm like, no, this is for church. This is for people who love, who are slain into the word. I'm not going to say that I don't love the Lord, but you just love them a little more than me. So this bread and water is for you. I love the Lord enough to go and get me some from McDonald's. I love a kid's meal. But anywho, KFC said, here, damn, y'all be happy that they got them dry-ass wedges back. And we the people said, we don't want them wedges. Shit, we don't even know who keeping y'all in business. Oh, I forgot. The church crowd. Moving right along, I wanted to ask this question before I got on this topic. How long is too long to beef with somebody? Do beef have like an expiration date? You know, like, do you just wake up one day and be like, you know what, it's over. She ain't wrote nothing else on her Twitter, or she ain't put up no status on Facebook so I can get off, or, you know, my man ain't seeing her no more so we can move on with it, or, you know, he ain't pulled up the way he said he was so we gonna drop it. How long is too long to have beef with somebody? Because I've been seeing the R&B singer slash love and hip hopstress K Michelle get into it lately on stage with her fellow love and hip hopstress rap. I don't know what to call Rashida. Is she a rapper? I never really heard Rashida music, but I heard a lot of people, you know, making all these statuses about not going to her concert, but I didn't know what Rashida did, but I would say she's a rapper. They've been going back and forth since 1998 and Impossible, since season about 2 of Love and Hip Hop. Need I mind y'all, Love and Hip Hop is now on its 15th season. So with that being said, that's like 14 years of going back and forth with a bitch and you don't resolve. I just seen K Michelle get up there and play her smash hit called Rashida Got Bags. And I want to say this, do you know how petty you gotta be to make a song about your enemy's facial features? You don't say no shit to your enemy and make an R&B record and say Rashida got bags, Keisha got moles, Mary got wrinkles, Donna got crow's feet, Chanel got old toenail. You know, like that bitch gotta really be on your mind. And I thought the situation was over, but when the fans were telling me, no, darn, you need to do your homework on their situation, because, see, I thought they was just arguing over a man from Love and Hip Hop. See, I watch Love and Hip Hop the way y'all do. I go back and I watch the blog sites, and they tell me who these people are, but I don't sit down and watch an hour worth of bitches arguing for 12 seasons about the same shit you started arguing with on season 2, and here you are at season 15, and y'all still ain't resolved. I don't have an enemy that I've stayed enemies with no longer than about 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks, if you ain't met me somewhere, ho, we ain't enemies. I'm just somebody that your man like too. We ain't enemies. We got a lot more in common if you get to see why he like me. You get what I'm saying? You find out that you can really be friends in the end. Like, no, we got that in common. Yeah, see, because when I cook, I put a little thyme in my shit too. See, he like our rosemary chicken. That's what it was. See, we can share recipes. You hating me for what? I don't have a person that I'm willing to beef with no longer than about a week or two. After a week or two, if we ain't nucked, if we bucked, crime mob, ho, charge it to the game. I'm not about to argue with you every time I see you at the same place we always run into each other. I go to the same places too many times to have beef with a bitch. You get what I'm saying? I have a situation with people, but I never have beef, if that makes sense. I have words with friends. Y'all remember that game that had everybody blowing a horn at somebody in traffic because you couldn't pick your head up by the time the light turned because you were trying to play either A, Candy Crush, or B, Words with Friends? Bitch, I have words with friends or words with strangers. It don't matter to me, but I don't have beef. Beef to me is long, and beef to me goes out either like Biggie and Tupac or like Trump and fucking what's his name, Elon Musk, where we just have this on and off, you know, yeah, anytime I feel like it, I'm gonna cuss his ass out, you know. So I don't have beef. So I don't know what it is to be in a beef with somebody, because you wake up and you're 52, your damn grandkids is graduating, and you still beefing, and it's like, bitch, where does it stop? Where do you draw the line in the where's the expiration date on beef? You woke up in 2025, you on a sold out tour. Rashida can't even get nobody come to her goddamn concert. I know, because I see all y'all making little TikTok videos about not coming to Rashida concert. I ain't even know the damn child had no hits for you to come to a concert, but actually, Rashida got some concertable hits. Now, you out on a high expense paid tour, got sponsors, Cognac sponsoring your shit, and you got a country album. You got a few hits that we can name the chart, and the only thing you can think about while on a sold out tour front to your fans is Rashida fucking Bags. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm on Rashida's side with this one, because if I had a beef with you in 2015 and you woke up in 2025 and you on a sold out tour, your kid is doing good, your sister alive and well, your mother and father still kicking it, and all you can think about is darn Fleet Bags, bitch, kudos to Darn. Big shout out to Darn, because if my bags is keeping you up this late at night, it's safe to say, well, you love my bags. What's that song by Erykah Badu? Bag Lady. I'm Rashida Bag Lady to you. May my bags keep you warm at night. So shout outs to Rashida on that. Now here's my second part of this segment, where I go back to something I said back when we had that Cassie Diddy thing. And I hate to be one of those people that bring color, or especially when we're talking about one own race, I hate to be one of those people that act like it's not a colorist thing that goes on when darker brown skinned girls yell for help opposed to passing girls or racially ambiguous girls. Now when I touch on this subject, I do know that people will get upset, but I said this then and I will double back on it now. I do think that Rashida and K. Michelle's beef is skin deep. This is not just something, oh, we were going back and forth over a man, he say, she say. This ain't got nothing to do with, oh, okay, bitches was talking behind my back but pretending to be my friend. This ain't none of that. This is skin deep. This goes to everything with K. Michelle coming out and saying a man used to go upside her head, and Rashida being a black woman or a woman of color, also a brown-skinned woman, and not believing her. And I said this when Cassie came out, and we all had t-shirts, visuals as if Cassie had passed, candles. We got to do better, protect Cassie at all costs, or we would stop, dropping, and roll, especially after we saw the fucking video. It don't always have to be a video for you to believe someone, because I noticed that not only when K. Michelle came out to say her piece, there was a lot of brown-skinned women coming out and saying their piece too. Megan Thee Stallion said, he shot me. No one makes that type of shit up. Now every other month we got pictures of free Tory or Tory about to get out. If the man was going to get out, he would have never went in. They can prove that bullet came from somewhere and it was only 3 of them in the back of the truck. So no one just gets up and lie about being shot today. Even though we like to blame everything on Rock Nation, Jay-Z made them say this. And no, I don't think that type of story will float like that. Sometimes I think you got to look at what you see. When it's a darker brown complexion woman or a 4C haired woman coming out to say this person done something to me, we have to go through an obstacle course before we believe them. So that includes K. Michelle, that includes, like I said, the child we was just speaking on, Meg Thee Stallion, that includes Little Kim back in the day, that includes Mary J. Blige when she was on the roster with Casey, that includes a lot of women who people was just like, oh, I liked Mary back when she was going through pain, and I liked her, but yeah, no one was coming to her beck and aid neither. You get what I'm saying? When Cassie came out and said that, that woman said it on a Monday. By Monday evening, people were up, we got to protect Cassie. We also need to protect K. Michelle too, and other people. So I can get why K. Michelle can still be hurt by that. But in once again, on Rashida's side, it's not Rashida's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not her problem to make that you and another man had an altercation that so happened that man to be, married to her now new friend. So it's kind of, I think that Rashida had a friendship with Memphis, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember it, so if I'm wrong, I know y'all will, fix it in the comment section, because I really don't know that story. Like I said, I went and kind of did like a little A and B of my homework with it, just because y'all was sending me inserts in my inbox, and y'all were telling me, no darn, it was some colorist shit there. Well, no, y'all didn't say it was colorist shit. Y'all was saying it was about domestic violence, and it came out to be factual that K. Michelle did go through what she went through. Well, I'm going to say allegedly, because I wasn't there too, but it had some facts to it or alluding to that, and Rashida didn't believe her. So I can't say what I would say if I'd have thought that me and you were friends and I'd have told you my darkest hour, and then because you have a mutual friend who so happened to date someone who I was victimized by, you just don't believe me because you just met me. I don't know how I would feel about that, but I do know that if that shit happened about 5+ years ago, I wouldn't still have an attitude about it. So I hate to say this. As much as I reason with K. Michelle, and I do feel like, brown-skinned women need to be heard, and women in general, we need to practice believing women when they say it, whether they're in a job siting or position of power, or this man has been known to give back to the church, or etc. I think we do need to practice believing women and children when they say it, because I don't feel like every time someone has a reason to lie. Now, don't get me wrong. we do need to still check the facts, because some of these cases are far and in between. As we've seen, Diddy beat a lot of his cases from just, people making accusations. So I do think we need to look into it, but I do believe in victims, because you know what I'm saying. I don't feel like, I would like to believe that we live in a world where people don't have a reason to lie, especially women that we know. You know what I'm saying? Like Meg Thee Stallion or K. Michelle, someone of that nature, who don't seem to be struggling women, who don't feel like, oh, I'm just going to lie on the man because I need a come up. When indeed, if you go and check the history of these women, their come up is a little more in your face than the men were, or they had a little more money to their name than the guys did. So I don't see a reason why they would have to hurt you, if that makes sense. Moving right along from that, because I don't like to stay on the topics of domestic violence. I'm not a person who's kind of like been a victim of domestic violence. I'm one of the people who, fight back, or, because I be in a lot of relationships that feature the same sex. What happens with that is, I don't really call it domestic when it's both of us. I call it two niggas fighting. You shouldn't have put your hands in my face, so you know what that come with. My brothers don't put their hand in my face, so I don't want my man thinking he could do that either, okay? So, that's just my story on that, but I pray that K. Michelle and Rashida can fix whatever they can, and whatever you can't, stop bringing it up if it don't hurt you no more, because I feel like it runs deeper than just Rashida. It seems like it's going back into the man too, because not only you upset about her not believing you, it seems like you also a bit upset about what happened. And I just say, you know what, ain't no wrong with therapy. And that ain't no shade, because a lot of times when you say shit like this, people will be like, darn, shaded K. Michelle. No, I don't shade anyone. I love K. Michelle and I love her music. And I think she's a beautiful woman. But I do know signs of I'm still hurting, because if you can wake up and still think about that someone, you at the highlight of your career, you at the peak of your career, your name is in headlines, you're doing things, and this person is still on your mind, and the situation at hand that this person decides to not believe in is still on your mind. I think that trauma runs deep. That's just me. All right? We can move right along, because I know y'all will eat me up in this comment section. Clarissa Shields stay on our topics, y'all, and I did a little some on her. Y'all know that she been poking the bear with Layla Ali, and a lot of people like me who grew up watching Layla Ali whoop Joe Frazier's daughter and a few other people's daughters' asses. We don't want to see Layla get handled by this young girl. And like I said before, Clarissa is from Flint, Michigan, so she was there when the water went brown. So this woman has had large intakes of Flint water, so she can fight. I'm just going to be real. Bitches in Michigan can fight. And that ain't just Flint. That's Detroit. That's off the 8 Mile, Green Mile, Red Mile, Destiny's Child. Them hoes can fight. You don't believe me? Watch this show on Zeus Network. It's called Baddies. Most of those girls there are from the Midwest. Yeah, not only do they fight, yeah, they hit you first. They ain't one of them bitches that like to argue first. They run up and then you get done up. So I want to watch what I say, like I always say when it comes to Clarissa. But I will say this about Clarissa. I just noticed that it's an E in her name, not an I. So it's not Clarissa, it's Clarissa. I do notice this about Clarissa. Clarissa is not a girl that backs down, and she do like to poke the bear. She's one of them girls that don't care how old you is. Clarissa got some for everybody. She wants to fight Papoose ex-baby mama / wife, which we all know is rapstress Remy Ma. She threatened to fight one of the girls that's on the TV show I was just speaking of, Zeus Network's Baddies, Tessiki, who's so happened to be from Baltimore. Shout out Baltimore. Yeah, she wants to fight reality stars. She wants to fight bitches at the grocery store. She want to fight. Now, I'm going to tell you this. When a bitch just want to fight, that means she can fight. Okay? You ever seen a bitch just want to fight everybody? Clarissa want to fight the waitress. She want to fight you, your mama. Clarissa smack your daughter. If the bitch is 16 and already out here in these streets, Clarissa said her fist and face can meet. So I'm just letting you know. A bitch that just want to fight up everybody can fight. You know that cousin that always want to pull up? You know that cousin that you don't even have to have a problem? You can just be sitting at the diner and the bartender could be like, oh, I'm sorry, I won't talking to you, ma'am. And that cousin who just thinks she getting smart, fuck she say? I call that cousin the fuck she say cousin, the FSS. Fuck she say? And I'm like, no, no. She was actually talking to somebody else. I thought she was talking to me. So I asked her what you say, and she said, no, I won't talking to you. Okay, because I'm about to say I wanted to come outside. It's been a while since I got into something. I thought a bitch said that cousin, Clarissa is that cousin, and then she's from Flint, Michigan. And she done drank that Flint water, and I done told y'all, baby, I'm trying to get a cup of that Flint water. I just want to put a cup in a jar. You know how like your uncles and them used to make moonshine? I want to put it in a jar and save it in the back, just in case I got to give a bitch a smack. You know, we out here trying to drink Hennessy, then go to our enemies' houses and run up, you know, that liquid courage. But I heard there's something in that Flint water that'll make you beat a bitch smooth. So I want to have a jar of that Flint water just sitting in the back of my pantry somewhere. You know, that way when the kids come by, I'm like, oh, don't go in there. See, that's why you got to ask grown people before you go in the pantry. This ain't your mama house. What do you want? I'm going to get you some chips, but I saw you looking at that jar. I want that jar full of Flint water, and I'll just take it when I'm about to go certain places. You know what I'm saying? About to go round way, you know, go to some of the shows out here, you know. Go to a young boy NBA concert, you know. Go to, you know, I don't know, Essence Fest, you know, bitches show off after they done had some drink in the heat in New Orleans. So I'm going to need a little of that Flint water just in case you know. So I'm just saying, and I encourage all of you to go there and get a bucket or two. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. Moving right along, Clarissa is poking the bear. She really wants to fight Layla. And all I can tell Layla is, girl, we gonna love you whether you say yay or nay. But I'm just saying, this bitch wants to fight everybody. So, Layla, if you can hear me now. If any of you out there know Layla, tell her that Darn said, it's okay to back up. And when you ain't no punk when you in your 40s and walking away. Because you get to say shit like, I hate to have to fuck somebody up. That's the shit you can say in your 40s. You know, in your 20s, you got a lot to prove. You ain't got shit to prove in your 40s. Layla, you a mother, you a wife, you own a few businesses, and you're the daughter of the greatest to ever do it. You ain't got shit to prove to this young ass bitch from Flint. Okay? She drank Flint water, Layla. I'm just saying, if you ain't got at least 2 gallons of Flint water in your pantry, you might want to sit this one out, Layla. All right? Yeah. You in your 40s, you can say, I hate to have to fuck somebody up. And we going to be like, you know what? Layla probably will whoop her ass. I don't blame her. She probably would kill that girl. I'm glad she said no. We going to have your back. It be them young girls that would talk you into shit. I hope Layla ain't got no 22-year-old friends and shit. You know what I mean? I hope you ain't hanging with no YBs. No young bitches, because see, them the ones be able to talk to you, know, fuck that, Layla. Any bitch come for you, clock it tonight. Like, get your one, stand on business, Lay. Stand your business, Lay. They'll call her ass L.A. You know, young bitches give you a nickname. I know that ain't L.A. with the matching shorts. No, they call them trunks. Serve that. Oh, my God. Clock it. Real cute. Real cute. Now, all you got to do is get you some braids, because I heard this bitch like to pull hair. I be like, yeah, y'all never watch boxing. No one pulls hair. But, Layla, we going to be okay, sis, if you set this one out. We love you. And we want to see you live to fight another day. And not fight somebody that wanna fight. Clarissa be starting shit. I don't fight with bitches that start shit. I be like, no, you too eager to fight. You so ready to jump off the porch with me. Ooh, you will kill me. Ooh. I don't fight with motherfuckers that like to fight. No. I shoot. I'm like, oh yeah, you foaming out the mouth. Oh, you a mangy dog. And all dogs go to heaven fucking with me. Don't come at me with this shit. Layla, Clarissa, whatever y'all decide to do, keep us updated. But Clarissa, stop being a bully. And Layla, it doesn't make you a punk by acting your age. I love you much. Y'all give it up for Clarissa and Layla. We love them both here. Yeah, we do. Cash Doll confirms split from Zadarius Smith. Huh? Who? Huh? Now, I love Cash Doll. She's another Michigan girl, so I'm not going to say shit. I take back my who. I mean, how? Why? I'm concerned. Oh, Cash, I'm sorry to hear that. Ooh, I'll take back my who. That bitch is from Detroit. Oh, God, I know she hit hard. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your breakup, Mrs. Doll. Give it up for Cash Doll, too. Oh, God. All right. Oh, I almost let it slip. I was about to say who and who, because I know her one song by her. But they be having these people in the headlines like this is Meryl Streep and Donald fucking Glover. Y'all were thinking who and who too. Y'all didn't know who the fuck these people was. It's like dolls with who's the huh? I know some of y'all had to fix your glasses. You're like, who is Darren talking about here? She's a Detroit rapper that's best known for that song Ice Me Out. Ice me out. Ooh, you gotta do the hip suit with the tongue. Ice me out. Ice me out. Ice me out. Nigga, ice me out. I feel like a young bitch when I say that. You know, I know all the young bitch music. You know what I'm saying? I know Meg Thee Stallion music. I know City Girl music. It's the city girls, you know. When I know all young hottress, thottress, and training music. And because I was once a little girl. Moving right along. We didn't need to stay on that too long. Yeah. Trey Songz is back in the headlines for getting too nasty at his concerts. Fans are saying that after all them accusations that Keke Palmer, y'all know our favorite singer slash pop artist slash Nickelodeon slash baby mama slash keeping up with the same. Keke Palmer is every fucking thing. She is exactly who she thinks she is. Y'all give it up for Keke. We love Keke Palmer. But the fans are crashing out on Trey Songz. They're saying that you don't need to be doing anything with your tongue out and exposing your body after Keke said that you wasn't too nice to her. That goes along with my opening statement. How long do we keep beef? If Keke ain't pressing the issue, why the fuck are you? Huh? Why are you? I'm one of those people. I'm a firm believer in let bygones be bygones. Do I like what Keke had to say about Trey? No. Did it make me look at him a different way? Yes. But did it change my mind about, still wanting to see him take his shirt off, lick his lips, and do that slow motion, slow body roll? No. I'm here for that. I like that. A lot of people, you know how like when we hear these dirty things about some of our favorite artists, people be wanting you to change how you feel about them. I'm still turned on when I see Trey lick his lips with them skinny braids. I wish he cut the ends of them braids or put them old beads back on them. But they his braids. I ain't got to look at them. I ain't got to look at his braids. He can wear a hat to my house. But I'm still turned on. I hate to say this. I was still turned on by Usher when people were saying things about him. I know people would be like, well, darn, that's nasty. Well, I guess I'm nasty. Because I'm just saying. Y'all do whatever y'all want with that information. If it come back to bite me 10 years from now, oh well, I will have my ass out ready for the bite mark. But I find Trey, Usher, and all the R&B kings to be rather sexy. And if I tell y'all somebody else I find out to be rather sexy, y'all be like, now darn, that's too far. So I'm gonna take it lightly. I'm gonna tread lightly. I still find Chris Brown to be very good looking. How about that? Yeah, we can go there. Because people were talking about how they don't like when their favorite R&B and pop singers do records with Chris Brown, especially after knowing his history. His history of what? What's his history? Exactly, it's his history. I move right along. I see right past that shit. It don't bother me at all. I just won't make him mad. Nicki Minaj recently got into it with someone new. I know the fans are like, damn, well, darn, what's new? Well, this is a newbie. No, this is not with her and SZA. This is not with her and TDE, Doechii, Kendrick Lamar. This is not her and Lil' Kim. This is not her and Remy Ma neither. Not her and Miley Cyrus either. It's not her and Miley Cyrus. This is not her and Cardi B. I know y'all were like, damn, darn, who is it? This is Dez Bryant. He was a football player that I don't know of, and probably neither do a lot of you. But y'all give it up for Nicki Minaj. We love Nicki Minaj over here. I don't feel like Nicki does no wrong. She's just a young girl from New York that speaks her mind. But when you think about it, every bitch from New York speak their mind. That's why they from New York. New York bitches that speak their mind without you asking them what's on their mind. Fuck you looking at? Fuck is going on? I mean, we could really get it in the pink. You're like, ho, ma'am. All I did was smile because I like your fucking shoes. Don't like my fucking shoes. Oh, okay. New York is one of the people you keep your smile to yourself, comments to yourself, thoughts to yourself. You keep yourself to your fucking self. Because New York bitches speak their mind. So why are we upset at New York bitches for being New York bitches? This is what the fuck they do. I ain't never met a shy New York bitch. If she was, she won't from the boroughs. Ain't no bitch in Brooklyn shy. We love Little Kim because she was the first one. We had never heard of the first people we heard talking sexy in rap music probably was Salt and Pepper, but it was still really cookie cutter. Let's talk about sex, baby, or push it real good. Lil Kim said, "I don't want dick tonight. Eat my pussy right." That is outspoken. When you seen a shy New York bitch, and then people sit here, I can't believe Nicki beef with everybody. New York bitches beef with whoever. That's word to mother, yo. And they don't give a, they're beef with your mother. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? New York bitches beef with their shadow. I don't like my fucking shadow shivering in the cold. Oh, girl, take it easy on your shadow. That's you, bitch. But we let New York bitches do what they do, bitch. I like Nicki. Now, I don't like what she said about Dez Bryant. She brought up a lot of his shit. She brought up the way Dez liked to smack his mother, allegedly. I said, not smack your mother. How do you know all this shit? Nicki Minaj is like Nancy Grace. She know everybody's business. But it turns out that it's not Nicki Minaj who know your business. It's Nicki's fans. Nicki fans are unfucking matched. These bitches find out where you live, who you know. They found out this man's credit score. They found out that he had lied and told people he was vegan, took a picture of him enjoying a club sandwich at Subway. Oh, these fans get active. They found out where his mother was at. One fan invited the mother on her podcast so that she could speak about a horrible relationship with her son. I said, oh, I need me some fans like that. And I'm not going to say my fans don't get active, but I need y'all to pull a bitch up, erase a bitch social security, make them not want to be here. Because as you know, Nicki Minaj got up there and read every message that the fans gave her about Dez Bryant on Nicki Minaj's little talk show. You know, she got a sweet little podcast over there where she talks shit about bitches all day, and motherfuckers come to listen. I'm motherfuckers, I'll come to listen. So she read him to filth, and then about 2 days ago, he came back and apologized to her. And I thought it was so sad because, when you bring up things on people, that's why you got to be careful who you start fights with. And that's why I promised myself that even on my podcast, I wasn't going to be someone that's bashing someone. I'd rather uplift. I don't mind talking about what I read about you, but just to pick you apart and talk about your family and your friends and your loved ones, I'm not willing to do that. And it's not because I have such a dirty history, but I do got a criminal fucking past. I don't want nobody to be like, well, Dern used to motherfucking rob people. I'll be like, well, Jesus. And you to put it out there. So, you gotta sweep around your own front porch before you go out there barking up the wrong tree. And you barked up the wrong tree. This woman made you apologize publicly and still told him, I accept your apology, but my husband still want to run that fade because he ain't ducking no smoke. So, you gotta be careful who you talk about. I don't know who Nicki Minaj know or her husband, but I do know that Nicki Minaj got a lot more money than Dern Fleet. And I got a cute little coin, but Nicki Minaj got a very cute Bitcoin, So Bitcoin trumps little coin, clock it. And I don't want her coins to, as you see her fans get active, Nicki Minaj got the money to pay somebody to shut me the fuck up, so why would I go out here talking about her? We love everything that Nicki Minaj do over here. That's a good girl. Dez, shame on you. And my heart goes out to you, too. And I hope your mother decides to decline that interview with Nicki Minaj fans, because that's going to be even more to rub in. I said, Jesus. I would hate to start a beef with Nicki Minaj. Not that my mother going to say shit, but you never know. I might got a cousin or something that used to be like, Dern used to pee in the bed. I'm like, now everybody know me as pissy-ass joke-telling Dern. Like, oh, P.U., here come the jokes. I got better ways I want to go out. Yes, I used to piss. It's because I drank a lot of juice. Yep, ever since I watched that Tupac movie, I knew that I had the fucking juice, and I just wanted to release it while spending the night at my cousin's house, because I noticed I never pissed at my own house. So is it safe to say something about the temperature of that kerosene heater made me feel fuzzy and warm enough to piss? So, yeah, I just feel like I gotta beat people to the punch. In 2025, you gotta beat people to the punch, because if you make an enemy out of some of these people, you never know what's gonna be told on you. You really, really don't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. I used to wet the sheets. Can't pick on me if I tell you first. Fuck that. Fuck that. Clarissa Shields' reaction after saying that Layla Ali ducked fight after. You know, I'm so sick of her talking about the woman every day. Clarissa, go to bed. Go to bed. She got reactions, doing videos about Layla. Layla, just unfollow her. You know, the best way to not want to fight nobody is if you don't see what the fuck they doing. Unfollow that child and mute her on everything. Now, you still gonna see a papoose or something, but unfollow the girl. There was one more story up here that I wanted to cover before I left. It was about that, I don't know if he's an internet personality. I don't know if he's a rapper or something. Y'all probably know him. I think he be on a lot of live streams. He wear a lot of big flashy Gucci jackets and Finesse. That's his name, 2 times. Yeah, they say finesse 2 times. Mother claims he left her facing eviction for the 3rd time. Now here's the thing. Claimed, or did she say? I hate when I read certain shit and y'all making accusations. And I don't think he probably left his mother evicted. I'm pretty sure that he let his mother move into another house and just didn't pay for the old one. You know, I know people who know how to finesse. The man name is fucking Finesse. He too good out here in these streets. He know tricks and trades. If I can get out the house without paying that last payment on, I can move into something new real quick without the eviction notice or the eviction, you know what they call it, the notice of the eviction hitting your credit, and then you could get in somewhere. But a man named Finesse, I feel like he knows what he's doing. He's not going to let the tabloids get anything out about his mother. And the thing about black men, too, I would like to say we live in a world, excluding what we just found out about Des Bryant, allegedly, we live in a world where black men protect their mothers, even if you're not out there protecting other black women, as we've seen sometimes on Facebook vids and other places. But you would think that you at least protect your wife, your daughters, and your mothers. Your sister, too, if y'all have a relationship, and even if you don't. But I don't think Finesse is that type of guy. I don't know Finesse. But I did see a video the other day of Finesse. It looked like he was in the back of a limo getting some guac 3000. And I'm not going to say. Your name should be Impressed. Not Finesse, because I was impressed. Impressed 2 times, actually. Yeah. That shit almost shut my account down. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, because you know it was on one of them little sneaky, freaky links. I clicked the link, because my ears is always to the street, and my eyes always on the sparrow. So when I saw the link, I didn't think it was going to be that. I'm thinking maybe he got into a fight, because it was saying shit like, watch what Finesse does in the back of a limo. And I'm like, okay. Or in VIP, I forgot where he was at, but it was real dark. I couldn't tell if it was a limo, a VIP, a jet at night. I couldn't really tell, but it had said something in the caption like, watch what Finesse does after hours or some shit. And I clicked the link. I'm thinking maybe he was going to get into a fight, be nodding off, maybe sick off some drugs. You know how we see. And no, he was getting some guac. And I'm talking, y'all, it was so big that my phone got heavy. I said, this is a lot. You gonna put somebody out with that Finesse, you gotta warn us about all that, okay? And if I wasn't a fan of Finesse, I am now a Finesse fan. He finessed the shit out of me. I am now finessed and blessed. Yeah, you blessed 2 times, ain't you? Yeah, people were calling you nicknames like Elephant Trunk, Baby Leg, Third Leg. Somebody even said it looked like a sleeve of crackers. Well, that was me. That wasn't somebody. That was definitely me. I wrote that comment on my fake page, anonymously. I don't want nobody to know darn Fleet thinking like that. I don't want nobody to think I eat crackers. I'm not a Ritz. I'm not a Ritz Carlton. I'm not a Ritzy Ritz. Yo, that was all that I had today. I was going to end on that Nicki Minaj challenge. No, I'm not going to do it right here. No. But we had talked about that Nicki Minaj challenge the other day. Nicki Minaj just went back to actually redo her own challenge. And the fans thought it was rather interesting because she did it a couple times. I'm not going to lie, she ate it up. Nicki looks good. She showed that this is like a 10-year difference. Look at me. I still got it. Knees still good. Booty still big. Pink still on the wig, and all of that. I think her husband was recording her because she put up like the bloopers, and I love the fact that Nicki Minaj showed us that she's just like all of us. We all do sexy vids every once in a while. Or we take pics, and we want people to get certain things in the video to pick up. I'm like, nah, get my booty. My fans like to see my booty. I worked out for it. Get my ass. Yep, they like that. Period. Or, you know what I'm saying, get my waistline. Let them see me in my cute little t-shirt. They like to see that. I gotta redirect the camera, guys. So what we heard in the video was Nicki Minaj redirecting her husband. And she was like, get the back. Get the back. She wanted us to see all that ass. And I'm not gonna lie, I was here for it because I too do that. It's so good to see people be human on camera because we always see Nicki in the tabloids lately, not really for her music, but lately it's been for getting at somebody. So for her to do her challenge again and still look that damn good, give it up for Nicki Minaj. I thought that was bravo and magnifique. Also, I noticed that Jim Jones' mother, Miss Jones, do y'all remember the woman who had that psychotic bitch song? She had it directed at her daughter-in-law, or are they married? Are they engaged? I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. Sierra tried to talk them in and get married, but that's a whole nother story. We'll do that on the next episode maybe. But anywho, Jim Jones is, the rapper out of Harlem who was dating Chrissy Lampkin, and they've been dating for some time. I'm not sure if they're married, question mark, but I'm pretty sure the fans will let me know if they are or aren't. However, his mother, Miss Jones, who had that diss record to her own daughter-in-law-esque, it was called Psychotic Bitch. You remember bitch, 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 bitch. If you do not like them, leave them alone. You remember her rap. She had a rough voice on her. She sound auto-tune-ish. I was like, yeah, it's built-in auto-tune. I like that throat. Anywho, she did the Nicki Minaj challenge and she ate it right on up. I was impressed to see some of the mothers doing it. Not only did she do it, another famous rapper or loving hip-hopster mother, Little Scrappy's mother, Mama D, who was also shouted out in that Nicki Minaj song. I don't know if you remember when she's like, I'm Mama D and the older, I call him Daddy. Anyway, Mama D did the challenge, and it was a challenge for Mrs. D. I'm just going to say, Mama D was holding on to shit. Mrs. D was holding on to the couch. Mrs. D was holding on to the mic stand. Mrs. D had her foot rested underneath the damn reclining chair. Miss D had a lot of props. I was like, oh, Miss D knees bad. And it was fucked up because I just seen Miss Jones. This is how blog sites do. Blog sites will share one mother first, then the next mother next. So it was a silent beat. And y'all know I put two and two together. Miss Jones' knees were vibranium. They were bending. I mean, they bent like, like them glow sticks. They was got no popping in sight. Mama D, she got down there and almost couldn't get the fuck up. Then she had to call for earnest. I said, Lord. I said, Scrappy, come get your mama off that floor. Because I told y'all before, y'all knees gonna give out. Some of you got gout retaining water, and some of your knees ain't never been good. You blew them out back on them Freak Nick DVDs. Now, I'm not saying that about Mama D, but some of y'all ain't had knees since you had updos at Freak Nick and Bike Week. You blew them out doing all that. Uncle Luke backed that ass up with an updo on and Reebok Classic. So you know you ain't got the knee capacity that you need to, and you still out here trying to do that challenge. And that's why they're calling it a challenge, because it is challenging you. I love you guys for free. Thank y'all for watching this episode of It Behooves Me to Say podcast. I am your host, Darren Fleet. This has actually been one of my favorites. This is episode 6. I'm so glad that we are sticking with it. And I promise to be a lot more consistent. As y'all see, this is falling out my ear too. It's not because my ear is waxy, and I refuse to wear my ear pods because I'll be feeling like I lose shit. And I will lose them just walking around. So I got this little one that you can use, but I need to just go ahead and put on the whole headphone. But I got to have one ear out. A part of me, I keep my head on a swivel, so I got to always be hearing my surroundings while hearing me talk to y'all too. Yeah, but it kept falling out today. And I know a lot of y'all can relate to how things keep falling. Bye, guys. I love you so much. Okay?